Hi, Miss Alatini.
Hey y'all, how are you doing?
We're doing good, and so are you ready for your interview?
I mean, I'm a little nervous, but I think I can do it.
Great. So, for the very first question, you have a very fun and vibrant personality. What do you think influenced that part of your personality?
I think my family definitely kind of egged me on. I was the baby, and so I was always trying to be the center of attention and trying to one up my older sister. So that definitely, influenced all of this.
What do you think is your most influential aspect of being a teacher?
I think my most influential aspect is the fact that I get to work with kids every day and get to see their growth throughout the years. Especially in a school like this where it's, grades 6 through 12, I get to see my sixth graders, hopefully one day graduate and walk across the stage.
What's something that inspired you to be a science teacher?
I loved science. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to know why something happened or how did that work, and always wanted to know all about the universe and things in it. So I definitely had really great teachers who encouraged me to study science. So that was definitely one of the reasons why I went into science.
Which branch of sciences do you personally like the most?
Oh, chemistry. I really like chemistry because I really like math, but I'm not really good at physics, so I think that chemistry is my favorite.
And what's your favorite time of the day?
Right now, when the sun is about to go down, it's so pretty out. That's what we like to call in the influencer world, being, golden hour. Just kidding, I'm not an influencer, so please, yeah.
What do you do for self-care or just to be happy?
Just to be happy. I like to go and explore, get lost on the trains. I also really like to get my nails and my toes done. So if anyone knows a place where I can get my nails done, that would be great. Please send them my way.
You were born and raised in Honolulu. How do you think that contributed to your personality?
I think that Honolulu is very chill. They're known for their aloha spirit, and so I think that I've been always someone who kind of takes that with me wherever I go. I like to, be very giving and, give back to the land and everything like that.
Since moving to Japan, what has been your favorite Japanese dish you had so far?
Does Fami Chiki count? No, but really, I super love chicken karaage and udon.
What's something you would say is surprisingly similar about Honolulu and Japan?
The people. Both peoples are the people in Hawaii are all really nice and kind, and so are the people in Japan. They're all really helpful, and they try to help me when I look lost.
What's your favorite season and why?
I love spring. I think that spring is the best season. Also, I think it's because it's the season where my birthday is, so I get to celebrate that. It's not too cold outside, it's not too hot, so it's perfect.
Do you have a secret talent?
I do a pretty good Stitch voice. Do you want to hear it?
Sure, why
not? Hold on, give me a second. Ohana means family.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, I thought so too.
Did you do any extracurriculars in high school?
I did. I did golf for a season. I also did shot put and discus all throughout high school. And I was also the president of the Pacific Islander Student Association when I was in high school too.
And we heard that you enjoy reading as a hobby. What's one book you would recommend and why?
Oh, well, the most recent book that I read, I would recommend to anyone. It's Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner, and it was so good. It just really discusses kind of the dynamic of growing up half Asian and half something else, and growing up in America. So that was a great book.
And we heard that you like lifting weights. How has that hobby influenced your daily life?
It has, is that on? Yeah. It has definitely influenced my daily life just because sometimes when I'm really stressed out from work, I just like to go and lift some heavy stuff and it makes me feel better about myself. And I just like to get to seeing, my body change and be super strong. So.
Cool. Do you enjoy watching any sports?
Yes, I really like to watch golf and tennis, which some people might be like, that's super boring, but I think it's super interesting. I also really like watching soccer. But yeah, most sports I like to watch.
You've been teaching for 4 years now. What's something that you find difficult when teaching?
Time. I think it's so hard to find time to talk about all the topics that I want to talk about because I think that students show a lot of interest in different things and I just can't, get all of it done in a year.
What's one thing you're most proud of?
Graduating with my master's, I think that that's a pretty big deal. I was first generation college graduate, first generation with a master's in my family, so I think that's a pretty big deal.
You have a pretty diverse background. Could you tell us more about that?
Yes, so my mom is 100% Japanese and my dad is 100% Tongan, which makes me a Jopongan. So I'm half Japanese, half Tongan. And grew up in America.
And how many languages do you speak?
I speak 1.5. I speak fluently in English, but I'm pretty conversational in Spanish.
And what's something you can't live without?
Ooh, French fries.
What is the weirdest thing that you did that you're willing to share?
I've done, moving to Japan. It's not weird, but it was definitely unexpected.
What's something you love about being in the lab?
Let's see. Especially this lab. This lab has like all the fun stuff in it. I'll take you over here to this side. I don't really get to play with it as often, but when the physics unit begins in grade 9 and grade 6 and grade 7 will be over here. So, we have all of our wheels and our robotics in here. Yeah, that's like all my favorite stuff.
And you talked about being a middle child. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I'm a middle child from my dad's side. I have a little brother, he's my half brother. And sometimes I think that there's a part of me that always just wants to be the baby. So, I'm always trying to be the center of attention and always telling my parents that, it's all about me, but it's not.
What do you think is the merit of being the middle child?
I think middle children, just naturally end up becoming super independent because, the oldest child, they were very on top of them, and then the youngest child, it's the baby. So I think that the middle child definitely learns to be a little bit more independent, albeit a little bit more needy because we're trying to always be the center of attention.
And who would you say are the people that influenced your life the most?
Definitely my mom and dad. They really wanted me to, always study hard, and they always wanted the best for me, and they sacrificed so much. So I think that they definitely helped to influence my life.
And last but not least, what's your affirmation for today?
Ooh, my affirmation for today is you are so smart, and you are so capable, and you are able, and you got this.
Perfect. Well, we hope you have an amazing afternoon, and thank you for choosing to be a part of our 26 questions.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.